Hello, my name is Francisca Na Ajele Debra Grant, and today I will be presenting on the topic human nutrition and digestion, which will include the following: description of the anatomical structure of the human alimentary canal, explanation of the function of each part of the human alimentary canal, including mechanical and chemical, enzymatic, digestion, and absorption. Description of the histology of the stomach, duodenum, and ileum, and the main functions of the liver related to digestion. Explanation of the 7 requirements of balanced diet in human and their main roles. Description of the effects of dietary imbalance, including deficiency disease and their symptoms. Description of current diet recommendations that are believed to promote good health and reduce the incidence of lifestyle factor disease. A discussion of the common misconception people have around diet and nutrition. So starting with definition of nutrition and digestion. Nutrition simply means eating a regular balanced diet. A variety of carbohydrates, protein, fiber, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water are essential nutrients for growth and repair. Good nutrition prevents diseases, and poor nutrition can result in health-related problems. Digestion, on the other hand, is the process of breaking down food into smaller molecules that the body can absorb and use for energy and growth. The digestive tract consists of the oral cavity, which is the mouth, the pharynx, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, the rectum, and the anus. So the anatomical structure of the human alimentary canal. The alimentary canal is the primary function of intaking food for digestion process and is a part of human digestion system. It consists of the mouth, the pharynx, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, the rectum, and the anus. The accessory organ is another category of human digestive system that secretes substances which are used within the digestion process. It consists of the mouth, bracket open, teeth, and the tongue, bracket closed, the salivary gland, the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. They tend to support the digestion process. Food does not pass through the organ itself for digestion. And this is cited from Bridgewater and Taunton College online course, lesson 5 or 7. And on the side, I've got a diagram of the anatomical structure of the human canal. So it starts with the mouth, and on top here you can see the salivary gland, and then the esophagus, so where the food passes through, the esophagus, and then we've got the stomach, it goes in the stomach. Then the side we've got the liver, that's the pancreas there, the gallbladder there, and we've got the large intestine, the small intestine inside there as well, and we've got here the appendix. We also got here the rectum, and then the anus. And this was sourced from the Bridgewater and Taunton College material. So the functions of the alimentary canal, starting with the mouth, including the tongue and the teeth. It's used in the process of chewing and grinding ingested food into smaller pieces. The saliva in the mouth, which contains enzymes, assists to break down carbohydrates. The process is called mastication. it creates a bolus, which is a soft ball of food, which is then swallowed. The pharynx is the passageway for food. It moves the food from the mouth into the esophagus. It also has a second function of moving air from the nasal and oral cavity to the larynx. Oral cavities into the larynx. The esophagus simply pushes the food and fluid from the pharynx, which is the throat, into the stomach. The process is called peristalsis, and this is cited from the Bridgewater and Taunton College online course, lesson 5 of 7. The stomach is a storage chamber for food. So once the bolus enters the stomach, the acidic liquid, which is the gastric acid or the gastric juice, mixes with the bolus, breaking it down into smaller pieces and preparing it for further digestion. Small intestine. Its primary role is to break food down, absorb nutrients the body needs, and excrete unnecessary components. And it's about 6 to 7 meters in length. The large intestine, its primary function is to absorb vitamins into the body and prepares leftover food particles into feces to remove from the body. Rectum and anus. The rectum acts as a temporary storage location for to store waste products in the body, and the anus, which is feces, stool or poop, leave the body through the anus, which you have a bowel movement. And this is also cited from the Bridgewater and Taunton College online course, lesson 5 of 7. So mechanical and chemical, which is enzymatic digestion and absorption. So the chemical digestion is the process of the physical breakdown of food, which will allow for an easier absorption of nutrients in the intestines. It begins from the mouth with mastication and then swallowed using the pharynx and esophagus, and chewing of food in a gastric acid and using the stomach. Chemical digestion. So chemical digestion uses the enzymes to break down food into smaller molecules for absorption. Chewing and peristalsis helps with this, but don't make particles smaller enough. So chemical digestion breaks down different nutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, and fats, even into smaller parts. So the protein breaks down into amino acid. The carbohydrates break down into monosaccharides. Fat breaks down into fatty acid and monosaccharides. So this is also cited from Now 2018, medically reviewed by Maringo. Absorption. Absorption is the physical or chemical effect or a mechanism in which electrons, molecules, or ions join some bulk phase solid or liquid substance. So digested food molecules are absorbed into the smaller intestine and into the bloodstream. Once there, the digested food molecules are carried around the body to where they are needed. And this is cited from BBC Best Eyes 2023. A description of the stomach, jejunum, and ileum, and functions of the liver. Stomach. The stomach contains gastric acid to break down food entering the body. This excretes hydrochloric acid to cleanse harmful organisms and pepsinogen for protein digestion. Ileum. So the ileum, as the final section of the small intestine, aims to conclude the digestion process. So it begins absorption process for single sugars, fatty and amino acid, and glycerol. It also follows the structure of mucosa, submucosa, muscularis, which is interna and externa, and serosa, which is cited from Bridgewater and Taunton College, lesson 6 of 7. The duodenum. So the lining of the duodenum is the first and shortest area of the small intestine, and it's about 25 centimeter long and receive partially digested food from the stomach. The duodenum consists of 3 layers. They are mucosa, contains villi and microvilli. They increase the surface area for the duodenum, allowing it for efficient absorption. Submucosa consists of blood vessels and connective tissues. It contains Brunner glands, which releases a substance that makes chyme less acidic. Muscularis mucosae contains smooth muscles and outer longitudinal muscle fibers. The smooth fibers pass into the core of villus, singular of villi, and provides movement to the mucosa. Serosa. So this layer consists of squamous epithelial cells that serve as duodenum's protective barrier. And this is cited from Cleveland Clinic 2024. So the function of the liver. The liver cleans the body by removing harmful substances, producing glucose for the body through the process of glyconeogenesis, and supports the process of digestion. And this is cited from Bridgewater and Taunton College, lesson 7 of 7. So the liver regulates blood clotting. Blood clotting coagulants are created using vitamin K, which can only be absorbed with the help of bile, a fluid the liver produces. The liver filters all the blood in the body and breaks down poisonous substances such as alcohol and drugs. The liver also stores vitamins and minerals such as vitamin A, E, K, and B12, as well as iron and copper. And this is cited from the Columbia Surgery 2025. So 7 requirements of the balanced diet in humans and their roles. It is essential to consume a balanced diet to support the immune system and to prevent illness. The requirements of balanced diets are carbohydrates. It provides a key source of energy to the body to function and move. Carbohydrates are molecules of different sugar units and are called saccharides. So carbohydrates can be broken down into glucose, which is then absorbed and transported through the bloodstream. When glucose encounters oxygen, it releases energy to the body, and is cited from Bridgewater and Taunton College, lesson 2. Protein. Protein assists in the healing process in the body by repairing tissue and building lean muscle. They are formed of long chain of amino acid. The amino acid are molecules that are made up of building blocks of protein. And out of 20 amino acid identified, only 8 are considered essential, and they are leucine, isoleucine, and the rest can be seen on the screen. And these provide a source of energy to the body, and you can find this in Bridgewater and Clanton College lesson 2 of 7. Fats. Fats are also essential to the body and perform numerous functions, including providing energy for the body. They provide more calories than carbohydrates or protein, and they can be broken down by cells by use of energy. Fats also are vital for the absorption of vitamin A, D, E, and K, and they are needed for human body functioning. They also help regulate body temperature and helps in the nerves functioning, and it's in the course material, lesson 2 of 7. Fiber. Fiber assists with regularity of stool function, and it supports the large intestine by absorbing water into the body. So fiber is grouped into 2 categories, which is soluble, and soluble is a type of fiber that dissolve in water, and insoluble is a type of fiber that do not dissolve in water, and they are good for colon health and prevents constipation. Water is comprised of H2O and supports most functioning of the body. The body needs water to support growth and health of every cells. It helps maintain moisture imbalance and skin, and maintain blood pressure and aid digestion. They also provide oxygen and nutrients to cells to protect joints in the body. It is essential to drink water throughout the day. If not consumed, can cause dehydration, and you can find this in the model lesson 2 of 7. Vitamins. It also supports the growth and development, maintaining a healthy immune system, and produces energy to the body. They are grouped into 2 categories. So vitamin is fat soluble vitamins. So vitamin A, beta carotene, and vitamin D, E, and K. And water soluble, which can only be used in the presence of water, which is vitamin C, thiamine, and the rest that can be seen on the screen. Minerals. Mineral support in building strong bones and teeth, and it also regulates body fluids and converting food into energy. They also help in the nerves and the muscle function, supports the immune system, and maintains a healthy skin and nails. So there are 2 types of minerals, which are macro minerals. They are required in a higher quantity, and micro minerals, which are required in a smaller quantity. An example is iron, copper, zinc, and chromium. And you can see this in the course material lesson 2 of 7. A description of the effects of dietary imbalance, deficiencies, and symptoms. An imbalanced diet occurs when a person's food intake does not have proper mixture of nutrients, such as the protein, carbohydrates, fiber, fats, minerals, vitamins, and water. So consuming less or lack of essential nutrients in the body can result in malnutrition or malnourishment, and both can be overnutrition and undernutrition. Another effect is nutrient deficiency. An example is iron. So consuming less iron can result in the symptoms of anemia. And vitamin D can also cause rickets, and you can find this in the course material lesson 3 of 7. So vitamin A deficiency can cause blindness and the like. The lack of protein in the body can cause fatigue, brittle hair, and nails. So obesity is also another effect of imbalanced diet. It is due to excessive high intake of calories. Its symptoms includes being out of shape, shortness of breath, pain, and poor posture. So starving the body causes loss of appetite. So increased heart rate, dizziness, and tiredness, and this could lead to protein deficiencies. An imbalanced diet and nutrients may have a detrimental effect on the body, which can cause an increased risk of the chronic diseases. So an example is heart disease and even mortality in individual. You can see this in lesson 3 or 7 of the course material. So consuming diet recommendations. So consuming a well-balanced diet food is essential to the human body, as it reduces person's risk of experiencing chronic disease and health complications such as diabetes. It is also recommended to eat a variety of nutrient foods containing proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, fiber, fats, and water. It is also recommended to decrease saturated fats, trans fats, and added sugar. Eating more of fruits, vegetables, and whole grain is encouraged. This provides the body with wide range of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. So regular intake of water to maintain hydration, and then reduce fruit juice intake, as they contain high level of sugar and can cause damage to person's health. So individuals can also adapt a balanced meal plan to foster healthy eating. And these recommendations helps to promote good health and well-being of persons. So common misconceptions of diets. Health eating myth. Eating mostly salad greens will help maintain a healthy diet. So the fact is, it is true that salad is very green and low in energy density, meaning that they are low in energy with almost zero fat content. So diets rich in salad and greens provides essential nutrients and minerals, fiber, and other substances that are important for good health. So choosing salad, ensure to avoid salad dressings and sauces that are high in fat, and do not overdo it. Add calories to salads, and these can be found in the Health Hub 2023. So below are the links and references. Thank you.